don't get in too big of a hurry to get in a room that's bigger than you are. Here's what I mean. If you're in such a hurry to get into a room that's bigger than you are, that you do things that are bigger than you, that don't fit with where you are, that don't deal with who you are, that don't help you grow to the next step, what happens? I'll tell you what happens. You feel out of place. Now, here's something to keep in mind. If you feel out of place, you won't play all in because you're going to feel too little. You hear what I'm saying? If you feel too little, you get squished. Now, some people put themselves in those situations and you know what happens? They grow, they get bigger, they get better. They expand to fit the environment they're in, which sometimes that happens. You do have to expand a little bit. But if you want to expand, you have to be willing to take that chance. You have to be willing to put yourself in those situations, but you can't put yourself in the same situation, too big of a situation. Here's what I'm talking about. If you're a business owner and you want to scale to the next level and you're at, let's say, $5 million a year, which you make in your business, and you want to expand to the next level, amazing. I love it. That's great. Go put yourself in a room with people who make $15 to $20 million a year. That's not overexpansion. But if you go put yourself in a room with people who make $1 billion a year, you're going to struggle. You're not going to be happy. You know why you're not going to be happy? Because guess what? You're going to get disappointed because they're so much further ahead than you are, and you're not going to be able to push yourself, and they're going to have conversations that you know nothing about, conversations that you can't relate to, conversations that you don't get, that you don't understand. And so that's why I want to encourage you to put yourself in bigger rooms, but be aware of the size of the room you're putting yourself in. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? So like if I went out and I wanted to go grow myself, I have to do it strategically. I have to do it smart. I can't go out and put myself in a room of people who make $100 million because guess what? I'm not there yet. I want to be, and I could learn some stuff from those people. But truly, if I'm a business that makes $150 to $1 million a year, we're a little bit bigger than that. But if I want a business that makes that much money, guess what? I should be putting myself around business owners that make $1 to $5 million a year. And the other thing is you have to understand when you get into this kind of stuff, revenue isn't everything. Because a concrete company that makes $4 million a year has such high operating costs and cost of material that if you're a service-based company, you're not going to have the same operating costs as a concrete company is. And so even though you may not have the same revenue number, you actually have a higher net number and a higher profitability number and a higher what they call EBITDA, estimated earnings before tax and all that other crap. And that helps. Okay? It helps to understand the room that you're trying to get into. So I want to encourage you all to show up to our inner circle. We're doing one in Chicago in January. It's going to be the first inner circle ever. We're actually prefacing it before that. We're going to do a business summit, which is super cool. Super excited about the business boot camp. We're calling it business boot camp. That's what it is. It's all about getting out there 2 days, getting your business ready to go. It's for managers, general managers, owners, stuff like that. Businesses doing under $25 million. If you're doing over $25 million, probably not going to be the right room for you. I'm just going to be real with you. It could be. I know a lot of businesses that are doing $200 million that aren't in the right room. But I digress. If you're doing under $25 million, that's going to be the right room for you in January for that business boot camp. We're going to have 2 days of very strategic insights as to what to look at. We're going to go over sales. We're going to go over marketing. We're going to go over leadership. We're going to go over revenue. We're going to go over HR stuff. We're going to go over everything you need to know in order to be successful. Leadership, we're going to cover it all. Then that weekend, we're doing a leadership conference, and it's going to be absolutely amazing. It's the first Inner Circle of Dan Greer. It's inaugural. It is going to be very reasonable to get into this one. It will not be as reasonable to get into the rest of them. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of that following week, we're actually doing a train the trainer event, getting your CDL drivers, not training your CDL drivers, but training you so that you can train your own CDL drivers in-house. So I hope you guys show up to that. I hope you guys look into that. You can find information on eclipsedot.com. You can also find some information on realdangreer.com. check out the events, and then go to the Chicago boot camps and go from there. All right. See you guys soon. Later.